Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So last night we got over to the first farm that I want to plant beans on, and I pulled the planter around for a few minutes just to make sure the seed drive was all going to work, because I didn't have any ground at the shop since Dad planted at the corn and we planted at first. I didn't have nowhere to try the planter out, so told George before we put any beans in it, we're going to take it, make sure everything runs properly, make sure the monitor works. It failed on all rows. It's going to, because there's no seed in them. So I think we're good to go. So we're going to get 9300 started, get up to the seed tender, which is parked over there, and get it filled up and start planting today. We got a good start here. Had a few rows that kept failing. It wasn't due to the row unit. It was due to dirty eyes. So we got that taken care of. Now things are going smooth, other than row 1 failing once in a while, which it always has on this planter, and I'm not sure why. Must be a wiring harness issue. Like right now, it's doing fine, but give it time and it'll fail. But I know it's planting because I can physically go back there and turn the seed meter and seed comes out. Just not too concerned with it. These are soybeans. It's not like we're planting corn. If I had a row failed all the way across the field with corn, I would be upset, but soybeans, if they fail, well, oh well. They'll bush out, they'll make up for it. Just don't want to do that continuously. That is the one nice thing about 7.5-inch beans, is if you do have an issue, you don't notice it as much as you do with like 15s or 20s or 30s. So that brings up a question: what is your preferred row spacing? Are you a 7.5-inch, a 15, 20, or 30 farmer? And what is your target population for this year? I'm going for 120 to 125,000, somewhere in there. Last year I was under that. I averaged, I think, 110,000. And I decided this year I wanted them a little heavier. Some guys say 80,000 is plenty. But with 90% germ on the seed, 10% of them aren't going to grow. I want to take out the telephone guy. Comments below on what your population target goal is. I'd be interested to see. Kind of give me a whereabouts, where you're from. It's always interesting to see what people are planting in different states, different counties, soil types. This year we're going to do some row beans on the muck, or at least I want to. Dad and I have talked about it several times. We're either going to only fill every other box on this planter, since this is a 15-inch row planter. That would give us 30s. Or we're going to get the plates for his 1770 conservation, and we're going to plant some row beans with it. We'll just see how it all falls, but In the muck, it seems like they get so overpopulated, they start to lodge, and I think that it'd just be better just to do some row beans in the muck. Try that out. Plus, I'd like to find me a row bean head to run on the 9650. John Deere row bean head would be kind of cool to run for a while. Find a 8-row for it, because it definitely handle it. But if not, we'll just cut them with the normal grain heads that we use now. We just dissed this farm. We didn't run the field cultivator over it or anything. It's a little rough, but it's not too bad. This planter does a pretty good job of smoothing ground out. Told George disc it, see what it's like. Got a lot of groundhog holes and stuff in it. That's why we wanted to do something with it. But most everything I'm going to plant to beans this year is going to be no-till. Squeaky hinge joint again. I don't know what the deal is with it. I keep greasing it, and I can't get rid of the squeak. Greased it this morning. I need to clean my back window a little bit. Nice thing about this tractor is everybody last year was kind of getting on me about using such a big tractor to plant with, but I'm pulling the planter at 8 miles an hour at about 1400 RPM. And it's really not using that much fuel to plant with it. But I've got the power when I need it if I get into soft ground with this planter. The only downfall to a 1770, or I'm sorry, a 1780, is they're so heavy. Especially with the wheels in the front. Row number 1 failing again. The wheels in the front, they cut in and then it falls in, and then you get stuck with it with just a smaller front wheel assist. Intermittent number 1 keeps failing. But this big tractor handles it with no problem. Plus, it's got a lot of negative tongue weight when it's full. Might just shut number 1 off. Problem is, when number 1 fails, or it says it fails, then it shuts my population off from the rest of them, and I can't see it. Question I've got, what's everybody planting with? Are you planting with a box drill, air seeder, or corn planter with bean units in it? Kind of curious. I kind of miss my old Henniker air seeder. I don't miss the disc bearing issues that I had with it, but I do miss the central fill, being able just to pull up with the seed tender auger, open the lid and fill it up. I miss that. I miss the ability to plant wet ground with it. It worked real well out in the muck. Especially on like the 4955, they had plenty of lift height on the 320 hitch, plenty of tire on it. 4640 did fine with it, but the tires were short and it didn't raise it very high. So I guess I got a lot of questions in this video for the viewers themselves. Now, I didn't fill these boxes full, as you can see in the video, just so if there was issues, I wouldn't have to handle full boxes to take them off to fix problems with seed meters. I've learned my lesson in the past of filling the planter completely full and then having issues. The older I get, the wiser I get, and realize that, hey, let's just make the boxes half full. Then they're half as heavy. The lids aren't trying to pop off and they're trying to move them around. Alright, I'm going to keep planting and see how far I can get today. I'd like to get 100 acres a day. I only got 400 acres to plant. So that'd be 100 acres a day, 4 days. Well, a little over 400, so it'd be about 5 days. I guess I got 50, 450. We'll see what I can do. Well, there we go. There's 40 acres done. It's not quite lunchtime yet, so it's a pretty good morning so far. Really haven't had any trouble, knock on wood. So it is May 14th for those of you who are wondering. I forgot to mention that in the beginning of the video, but it is May 14th. So now the next fields I'm going to are going to be no-till. So I need to go through and set all my no-till down pressure. I've got it released right now. So I'm going to go through and pull all them back, and then I'll have the down pressure on the row units, and we'll head to the next farm. Actually, why'd I set it down? It needs to be raised up to set the down pressure. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, first day of the planting season, you kind of forget a few things. Then you remember them as you go. Alright, I went and raised it up. That's better. That's how it should be. I've got an excuse, though, I suppose I could use. I fell flat on top of my head, so there is a few things I don't remember, but it's all coming back to me. Alright, I'll get all them set and we'll get to the next farm. I guess I should explain how these work for those of you that don't know. Is when these are set, they make it so these springs put pressure down on the parallel links of the row unit, and by putting weight down on these, it puts more pounds per square inch on the disc openers and makes them, well, and rolling coulters also, and makes them cut through the trash a lot better and gets our seed placement where we want it. Without these, this row unit just relies on the weight of the row unit plus the seed in the box. So if you're in some pretty serious stuff, sit these as tight as they'll go and fill your box, keep them full. That'll definitely help. But when you're in tilled ground or soft ground, you release them and then it's just the weight of everything just riding as it normally would. But where we're going, it's going to be a little harder. We've got corn trash to deal with, so we want down pressure to maintain that 2-inch seed depth. Alright, let's get folded up to go to the next one. So we're going to do our hitch first. Rock that up. We're going to swing our wings around here. Down a little bit. You know, you should never talk about how good a day is going, because a day can go real bad real quick. I mean, this isn't bad, but it's just not good. It's going to hold me up here for a little bit, but luckily I've got the resources to fix this issue. This bracket ripped off the toolbar of the planter when I went to unfold it. Now, isn't that something? It's been broke for a little while. The problem is, though, I can't weld right now being a concussion patient. So I'm going to get everything. George is coming to get me, and we're going to go get some lunch real quick. And then I'm going to get everything out of the way that's in the way. And Dad's going to come weld it up for me. Just kind of sucks. And I don't know if George can stick weld or not. I know he's a good wire welder, but I don't know about stick weld. But Dad was certified in stick at one time. So we'll just get this tore down and we'll get it fixed and I'll get back to planting. I don't think I'm going to get my 100 acres a day like I wanted, but hey, might get 80 today. We'll see what happens. So I did pull in here. I was going to knock this little patch out, which this is what I reset the planter for no-till. You know, a little inconvenience. No sense in getting mad and yelling and throwing stuff and cussing at it. It's just, you know, the old saying is, shit happens. All right, go find some lunch and then we'll jump on this and fix it. Well, we got it all tore down to where we need to fix it. Got cylinders out of the way. And actually, we're going to have our friend Andy from Pretty Sturdy Livestock Equipment. He has a mobile welding truck. So he's actually going to come weld this up for us. Dad wanted to stay planting corn, so he said, I'll just call Andy. So Andy's going to come out here. He's going to weld this up for us, get us going again. George and I are trying to cover up everything that could get sparks on it, that could possibly get injured by the sparks. Like we got this wiring harness here, got this sensor here, which got hit by the cylinder when it fell, but it didn't hurt it. It just kind of scuffed the coating a little bit. So if we can cover this stuff up just a little with something to keep the sparks off. We got a piece of tin here we're going to cut in an L shape to stick in there also. And hopefully we'll keep from having electrical issues. We don't have to worry about this valve block or anything like that because it's far enough away that it'll be safe. I think if you make that, yeah, you're about that wide. I think you'll be good. You're a 10 knocker now?
Not I.
You gonna start an HVAC business?
Nope.
No? You don't watch that guy on YouTube that makes everything out of sheet metal?
No. I watched it once.
You gonna make a tin man?
Yeah, you make a straight line.
Yeah, well, you're making a funnel if you make a curved line, I think. You can roll it around and turn it into a funnel. All right, we'll get this figured out. We're not making a cold air return. We're just making a spark arrestor or spark guard or something like that. George found a kite over there in the tree line. He tied it to my marker. And it's been flying on its own. It's magic, I guess. He fixed it with a corn stalk because one of the little plastic sticks was missing out of it. Oh, our wind's dying down. Oh, darn it. Yeah, wind. Oh, there it goes. Wind's coming back. No. Well, Andy got us all welded up. George got the cylinder pins back in. He's going to put the covers back on my solenoid valves, and then I'm ready to rock and roll again. Just got to go pick up tools and finish unfolding the planter, and we're good to go. See if I can get this field right here knocked out yet today. See what happens. Welder. Andy has pretty sturdy livestock equipment. He builds all kinds of livestock stuff. People bring him trailers. He puts dividing gates and stuff in there for like show pigs, things like that, show sheep, whatever. He makes all kinds of livestock related fabricated stuff. He'll even set up like barns with equipment in them for like milking parlors, stuff like that. You can find him on TikTok. Just search Andrew Tilleris. Super nice guy. He's the guy that helped us with the sidewalls for the dump truck. And he's also the guy we got all the steel through. Done and get moved to the next farm yet tonight. At some point it's supposed to rain, and then we're going to switch back to doing some pipe and irrigation wire, or irrigation pipe and wire, however you want to say it, call it, but that'll all be on the other channel. Back in my rhythm of dropping the planter. How I used to do it. Haven't covered enough acres yet this year. It doesn't help, my multitasking is a little slow. Getting better though. Some of my memory would come back, or I'm having trouble remembering some things that I do throughout the day, like if I did ends on a field, if I like when I'm running the field cultivator, it's like, did I go do those ends? Have I already been down there? And I go down there and yeah, I did it. Or remembering what angle I was on go back to finish the field. Just odd stuff like that. Stuff that I could remember before is just like, I don't know, it's not there yet. The doctor said it's all side effects of concussion, and it'll eventually come back eventually. And I notice when I get tired, it's like some of my words don't quite come out right. I'll be back to normal soon. fox. He's a fast little devil. Hoping to get close to him, but I don't think it's gonna happen. He's pretty quick. There he goes to the woods.